What is good, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and this one I want to give you guys a very quick update on SPY and answer a very important question. Is SPY in a new downtrend? So I'm going to give you guys the answer in just a couple of minutes. Let me first say that I am not a financial planner. Take nothing I say as financial advice. And don't forget about the Moomoo link, the offer ends in just a couple of days. Anyways, for SPY, there's no confirmation this is the start of a big new downtrend because right now SPY is trying to fight to hold above 494. And also we have to see a confirmation change in market structure. Meaning, could SPY bounce right here and try to push back up? If it does do this over the next few days, right? Are we going to break 503.5 and break to new all-time highs again? Or are we going to make a lower high at like say 500 or something hypothetically and then reject like this, right? So you're going to be watching that very carefully. It's going to take us a couple of days, if not a week, to find out the truth of if this is a new downtrend or not. There's not confirmation yet, so we'll just have to wait and see. For now, I'm not really worried about that. I'm just going to be watching to see how SPY closes. We're trying to hold support right over here around this 492 area. And then for our resistance, I mean, we're trying to shuffle in this 495 area. If we break that, 496 is our next target at the 50 EMA. Then we have 497.22 at the 30 minutes 200 EMA. Those are resistance levels. For support, watch 495 followed by 494. And if we lose that, there's going to be a bigger drop coming to these lower levels. So far, the buyers are defending 494, so watch that on SPY. As far as Tesla goes, let's talk about Tesla real quick. Don't forget, Tesla is very impacted by interest rates, and there's a high probability interest rates are going to be higher for longer. Tesla basically came down, back up to this liquidity zone, and then back down again. So we're kind of range trading between our resistance at this 188 area and our support is around 182, this range right here. If we lose the 182 or kind of like hold below that, 180 is going to be our next critical support. So I'll be watching this very carefully to see how Tesla does. I do want to note that it's looking relatively weak. You can't rule that out. Why is it looking weak? Because Tesla is more impacted by these interest rates, and there's a high probability that the Fed has to be more hawkish for longer because CPI was hot. So Tesla's looking weak. Make sure you watch this range for the time being. For the QQQ, it's the same thing. QQQ kind of rebounded just a little bit, back up to 431. I did mention 430 is possible and a little bit higher before coming back down. It still is barely at 430, so it's still down quite a bit. I'm going to be watching to see how will we hold support. Do we get a big rejection or make our way back down, or do we end up just kind of shuffling in the 430s? I think it may shuffle, but there is a risk of it coming back down later, and then we'll see if this is establishing a new downtrend. So to establish a downtrend, you want to make a lower high. We kind of like push high, make a lower high, reject, and then come back down later on. That's going to be the sign of a new downtrend. To be on an uptrend, you need to break this high again and start pushing up in the next like week or so. So we'll just have to wait and see. I can't give any promises yet. For now, I'm just going to be watching the current level, which is what it's doing right now, kind of shuffling at 430. For resistance, let me just close that. We have 432. We also have support at 429. We're kind of stuck right now, not really doing a whole lot on the triple Q, but there is somewhat of a rejection kind of coming, and there's a risk of more downside, so be careful. On Nvidia tried to rebound, and I did mention this to you guys. Watch and see if some buyers try to defend it. We're back at 730, but we'll look for a rejection. If it does reject, 712 is coming next. Excuse me, guys. I apologize. Nvidia could be establishing a new downtrend if we make a lower high here and we start sinking back down lower. So watch this carefully. This is very key for Nvidia. We have to try to get it back above 745 to turn bullish. We haven't done so yet, so this could be a new change. So be very careful on Nvidia, guys. Watch how it reacts to this resistance and watch these levels very carefully. And last but not least, we have the notorious Aapl stock. This was a very, very nice setup we called out. So we had this head and shoulders. We came all the way down almost exactly to our support at 184.25. We're rebounding now. We're just shuffling in the 185s. I anticipate it may continue to do so for the majority of the day, but it could sell off a little bit more later on. Otherwise, it might just kind of range trade within this range right here. We have resistance basically very close to this 186 to 186.5 range. And our support is around 185 and then 184.25. Might just go back and forth for the majority of the day, but be careful since Apple's on a downtrend. Be very careful. So that's it for now, guys. I cannot answer the question, are we on a downtrend or not? I know people are asking me that. I just want to make it clear we have to wait for confirmation first. Let's see if the market establishes a lower high over the next week. And for now, I would just watch the very, very tight levels we're seeing in the markets and be prepared for more potential volatility. So watch and see how we close. We'll see how it goes moving forward. I'll be back in just a couple of hours to give you one more intraday update before I end the video. And with that being said, let me just talk about a couple more. Let me see what else is moving. We're still seeing a lot of selling, especially for AMD. I'm not seeing anything that's too exciting just yet. Even Coinbase is down. Coinbase, we're losing this support right over here. If we continue to sell off the way we are, I could see this thing eventually sinking towards 135.6. That's gonna be our next target. We look a little bearish on the 30 minutes time frame. So CPI did get in the way, causing this to drop. So watch 135.6 as key supports. And also for Google, we have 146 as our key support. So watch that as well. We'll see how that holds. If we lose 146, 144, or I'm sorry, 145 is coming. That's it for now, guys. Have a great day. I'm just going to end the video from here. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you and peace out.